Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the We Are Mission podcast. I'm delighted to be joined by a sister of St. Peter Claver here in Bells Hill, Sister Esther Santhanaraj. Sister Esther, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us.
Thank you.
Sister, tell us a wee bit about your background. Tell us what life was like growing up, your school background, your family, your hobbies, and things like that. Tell us a wee bit about yourself.
I am Sister Esther. I come from India, the state called Tamil Nadu. We are five in the family. I am the youngest child. We are brought up with the Catholic faith from the beginning. My mom is a trained catechist, and we are very much involved in the church and the surroundings. And since my mom is a catechist, it was very must we all have to go to the church, especially Sundays. And my dad also was a practicing Catholic. I have three sisters and one brother. We all brought up with the same faith from our parents and grandparents, and we keep continuing and transmitting to the other generations. As my three sisters are married, they are also passing on to their faith to their children. And my school time and my all my schools were in the Catholic schools, trained by the priest and the sisters. The order of the sisters were sisters of Saint Anne from France. But I was in the boarding school, so I was looked after by a diocesan priest. So for me, I was inspired with the way the priest was dealing with us, and that was inspiration I got to become a religious. I told father after my 10th standard, which you call it here high school. After my high school, I wanted to join. So father told me you are too young to decide. So he said, you can go for further studies. If you still feel the calling, you can tell to your parents, then they will guide you. So I took as father's advice. Then I went back after I studied 5 years in the boarding school. So that formation was really, it helped him a lot with my faith level too. We got to go every day. We got to get up early morning, go for mass. If you like or don't like, you got to be there, say the rosary, and to be like disciplined life as in the religious life. It was already when I was in the boarding school. Then once I finished my studies again, my other further studies also was in the diocesan school, but run by the sisters. So again, that desire remained. So for after my further studies, I told my parents, and in the beginning they were not so pleased because they know me well. Then they thought I will not be able to adjust, and it will not be it will be difficult for me, they thought. So they thought you go for the degree studies. If you are able to, after that, if you feel you are able to join. And then I said I was looking for the order which is a social service, something that I don't want to go to the teaching order because I was not so good at studies, so I didn't want to look for the teaching order. Then I come in contact with through my mother in the parish. Our sisters were in our area where we have a convent. So we contacted them. We found out they don't have schools or hospitals. They do the social service, which is so so like that I joined our sisters. So I came for 3 months, stayed with them. Then they gave me a time to decide if I like to come back. Then when I came back, I felt that something I was missing while I was there. When I came home, something empty that was made me sign that that was a call for me to go back to be with the sisters. So I decided to go back. Then from there started my religious formation. And then I moved to other state because we have in Bangalore, the other state where we have the formation house. So there I stayed for 3.5 years. Then I made my first profession, and then from there I again came back to my hometown where I worked for 1 year. Then from there I moved to Rome, our general aid, where we have international community. where we have different nationality sisters, and it was a challenging time. It was new language, new culture, meeting different nationality sisters, and with language. But all through this, God had to go through. Then we did some religious studies. Mm. Then after that, I moved to my first mission after my study was in England. So I moved to England. Then again, how to learn the work, what we do, and so it took a couple of challenges. The God's grace, able to do well. Then from there, I moved to Scotland. So today I am here.
Fantastic. What a journey. If I could just pick up on a couple of things that you said. One of them was that you said your parents weren't happy because they didn't think you could do it. Okay.
Yes.
And the other part, you said that you had a wee bit of doubt when you were joining the sisters and you went away and you came back. Tell us a wee bit more about why your parents maybe thought that it wasn't for you, and tell us a wee bit more about why were you having doubts?
Yeah, my parents were, because I was a little bit stubborn. So they thought convent it will be very hard, to adjust all that. So they thought that it will be a little bit challenging for me. So that is why they thought, will I be able to survive, to go through? Because they know sisters means certain roles, and they have more experience than me. So that was their doubt. Will I will be able to stay? And also for us, once we go to the convent, they don't understand the formation we have for 5 years. So once you enter, they think that you're already part of the religious. So if you when you come back, it's not a blessing to the family also. So that kind of understanding also is there. So maybe that also scared them a little bit. I hope that time I didn't realize, but when I think back now, so that will be one kind of fear they had. And then character wise also, they thought, will I be able to adjust everything? So that was their fear. So I think that was the main reason they thought it will be work out. And also we were four girls, so dad was thinking, so if I come back again, no, he has to think about getting married, look for me a boy. So all that, this all was worrying them. So
Mm.
that was the reason, I believe. But once I was firm, so they were happy, so that I was able to stay strong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what about your own doubts that you had, your own personal doubts?
When I went first time, because it is for normally for our order, they give 3 months at least in the Indian constant context. I don't know about Europe, like come and see period. You stay with the sisters for a few months or 6 months or 1 month, then you live with them and you see the work we do, everything. If you are happy, you are ready to, you are welcome to join. If you are not happy, you are free to go back to find your vocation. So when I came back, I felt that I was missing. While I was there, when I came home, I felt that emptiness. Maybe that was my place to be. So that kind of thoughts were coming. Then I told, I think better. I feel like I am called to be. So then, but one thing my dad was saying, do some study and go, that will be helpful. Then I told him they have no school, so I to waste the time, 3 years again. So that was I didn't listen. I said I will just go. After my studies, I joined as maybe 1918 maybe. Then I joined. Yeah.
Okay. And just in terms of your vocation, when you discerned your vocation, was there anything that you found surprising, something that took you by surprise?
Yeah, it is no as God works through. No, it's not only my way during the formation. We have certain kind of difficulties we share with our mistress, and But there was sometimes you want to, will I be able to stay permanently? That was the question always comes to when we make our final vows. We got to take a definitive yes. So those time was little bit struggle was there. Will I be able to stay forever? No. But there was some kind of strength comes. Till today God has helped me. For sure He will take me further. So that was the strength drawn from God. And also many people who accompanied me, like my formators and the spiritual direction received. So they all helped me to say that yes was with the help of Jesus. No, you can do it. Mm.
Absolutely. And the term vocation itself, what does that mean to you?
It is a life giving. Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm.
And usually we'll find that a priest or a religious, they'll have a saint that they like to, you know, pray to, or they have a scripture passage that they find themselves going back to. Do you have a saint or a scripture passage that
I
inspires you?
like Our Lady actually. Our Lady is I like, and we have a big shrine where I come from. It's very famous, Our Lady of Velangani. So I always drawn to Our Lady. Saints I like Mother Teresa I like, and Saint Antonia Padua. We have big devotion to Antonia Padua. Saint Sebastian also, but mostly I like Our Lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scripture passage which I drawn and which I took for my first profession is Isaiah 43:4. You are precious in my eyes. I honor you and I love you. That is the passage. Gives me more strength.
Lovely.
Mm.
You mentioned as well about your parish priest when you're growing up being a bit of an inspiration. Why was he an inspiration? What made him quite a special person?
He was our boarding school headmaster. He is, and he lived a simple life. Yeah, he was one among us, and the food we ate, he ate, and he was really very strict in the education level and kind of a charity. He taught us how to be charitable to each other. There was no distinction among you are rich or poor. We all were one, and the food we shared, everything was. If you are a weak student, he will make you to bring up that you can do it. So that kind of inspiration was very strong in me. Even today, whenever I go, he's retired from the school, but he is still working as a correspondence to the school. Whenever I go, I meet him. I always tell, today I'm here because of you. I'm, so it's that was I found he lived what he said he lived in his life. Mm.
You spoke there earlier on, just if we go back to it a wee minute, about your mum and dad having a bit of, anxieties for you, about, becoming a sister. Um, I take it now they're very, very proud of your vocation, and I take it your brother, your sisters, and your brother are quite proud as well.
Yes, they are happy with me. I don't. My brother passed away. My dad also passed away now, but they were. My dad was so happy about it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Um, and you spoke about drawing. You spoke about having difficult times, like everybody does. And when you have those difficult times, where do you draw strength from?
Yeah, Jesus is the only source. Sometimes you go and just pray. No, mm, yeah, through Jesus, but through people. No, to like as I said, our formators, we are able to share with them, and they are able to guide, and our spiritual directors and confessors. And also when we go for retreat, that also is we have monthly recollection day, and also we go for 8 days of retreat yearly. Those times are more time to discern and draw that strength, especially through prayers. Yeah.
And in the Western world, a lot of time people think that mission or missionaries come from the Western world and they go out to different places, whether that be in South America or Africa or Asia. But we know that that's not true and it's a two-way street. So obviously you're coming to England and Scotland and they're mission territories in a sense themselves. When you first came to England and in Scotland, how did you find that? Did you find it a challenge? Were people quite nice and welcoming? What difficulties did you experience, or what did you find really comforting?
Yeah. So it was for me to see. We have heard only London and not in the map. I never thought I will be one day in London or Scotland. So it was really a surprise and also really grateful to God. Many, even my family, cannot even imagine to afford to come or no, we never thought it will all happen. So first impression was is happy that I'm going to London, England, or Scotland. Then when I started to work, it was a honestly we can say people are very welcoming, and also whenever we are not from that place, they have more concern about us. That I found in England also and here also, they have an understanding that how we are able to cope with the weather and the language and everything. So they were so welcoming, and I didn't have any difficulties in that way. Mm. Sometimes with language, when we do mission appeals, I heard in England, here I did not hear. In England, sometimes elderly people come and say, I couldn't hear you. When you are giving talk, I couldn't hear you. Means that was not like correction, means maybe the microphone problem, or I can speak louder. Sometimes they have told me you can speak little louder, sister. I don't know. So that, and also we have to stay with the priest when we go for mission appeal. They have been very welcoming and very caring when we go for mission appeal. They really looked after us well. So it was a very welcoming, I found. Mm.
And on the flip side of that, I guess, what are the things? Obviously, family is going to be number one, but what are the things that you miss about home?
Um, Regarding the faith level. Mm.
Regarding anything, just whatever you things that you miss, being in Scotland or England about being back home.
Mm. We have church full when we go, so that is one thing. We have lot of activities in the parish and everything. Here we do only mission appeals and going around, so that is the only work we do. Um, Other than that, mm, yeah, sure, I miss my family and back home. It's different when we are in our own places.
Mm.
Um, so faith level, I see that here, no, it's little bit going down. It can be if you have more activities, we can bring back that one, but we need a lot of guidance to do that,
Mm.
so that it can be improved. I feel.
Yeah, but I think it's important to note whether it's missionaries that are here in Europe or America or Africa or Asia, that it's natural to miss things from one's home
Once
country.
home.
So it's totally natural. In terms of being here, on mission in England and Scotland, has there been any standout memories or stories from your time here? Has there been anything that's really kind of caught your imagination, caught fire, that type of thing?
Mm. Yeah, when we go around mission appeals, that is only experience we have when we go and stay with them. Sometimes we stay with the parishioner. Sometimes father has no accommodation, so he will arrange with the parishioner. Uh, I still remember in England, I think I was staying with one of the family. They are Goan. The man is a Goan and the lady is from Philippines. So I used to think those times how they can marry. They are from totally different different place and different culture, but still they can live together and they have no children. But they adopted some children help in India and something. So that memory remained in my mind, and how they respect the religious, the respect they give, and as we are as a missionary, they have more concern for us. So I was really one night I stayed over the weekend, and their experience, which they shared their experience not only there and different place when we go. Sometimes when we share live with the lay people in the parishioners, so they have so many stories to tell us about their faith. That was one kind of inspiration also for me. No, I admire, though they are few in number, but their faith is very strong, I believe. Mm. We are few, we are large in number, but our faith, I don't know, is it that much strong like they have here? That's what I found it more inspiring. Mhm.
And obviously, sister, you chose to be a missionary sister. What do you think are the most important qualities or characteristics that you need to be a missionary?
Yeah, to be a missionary, I feel first of all ready to say yes, whatever it is cost, to and also have that sacrificing spirit, ready to do anything. Um, then to be ready for everything, whatever comes.
Yeah, to be adaptable. Yeah.
Adapt to, yeah.
And just in terms of being a missionary, what are the positive aspects of it? And if there's any negative aspects, what are the negatives?
The positive aspect is it is in one way it is you are going to a different country, and you have the possibility to give your way of faith, what you have. You can share one part of yours. uh, then and you are seeing the reality of life. Only sometimes we hear but we don't see. For example, like our charism is totally very unique than any other order. We are not here to do fundraising, not for our congregation, for the missions, for the missionaries in other places, because we don't have our own mission. So we are here for others. And sometimes when we came first time and all, we never know that we got to go and stand with the basket at the church, which we never did in India. So when we are coming here, that is the work we are called to do. Sometimes it is the beginning. It was like feeling ashamed, ashamed, to stand with the basket cold. Then afterwards, I'm not taking for me. It's for the mission. So why I had to be feel ashamed to hold the basket? No. Then once you know for what purpose, how the money is coming, then your way of understanding living style also changes. Um, Now we are here and we are promoting the missionaries whom we ourselves we will not able to see who we are helping. Only we know through the paper the project is approved, they got the money, but we never been to going to see the fruit of our work. So we are able to see that again faith involves in that. So what we do may be hidden, but it is given in a larger way. It helped in a different. So that way it is our missionary work is really is inspiring. Mm. Negative aspect can be sometimes it is bit challenging learning the language. Here I am English is okay because in the school also we learned English. It's a compulsory in the school. So if I'm sent to another country, it will be again challenging Italian or German to learn. So that will be one difficulty can be the negative aspect. Um,
Yeah, I think that's pretty common.
mhm.
Being a missionary means you're going to be sent somewhere and learning the language of wherever you're sent can always be really, really quite challenging. Also, I would imagine coming to Scotland and trying to understand the accent
Accent.
sometimes of
Mm.
someone speaking English can be different as well here. But yeah, that's I would say that's quite common. Regarding the term mission itself, what does mission mean to you?
Yeah, mission is important because mission is it's like going out, not stable in one place. Giving. That is the context I understand.
Yeah,
Mm,
and to follow on from that, a lot of people think that missionaries are solely people who are religious, but we know that lay people
many
have got
people
their
are
part to
involved.
play
Yeah.
in terms of being missionaries. How would you say the best way that a lay person could be a missionary is? What would you say is?
Mm. Yeah, here we have associate members. In our order, we have a group of lay people working close to us. We call them associate members. They have a kind of a vow they take to collaborate with us. um, how they can help, as our mother founders used to say, if you are not called to be religious, you can be a missionary by praying for the missions and supporting the missions. Now and then do something for the missions. Can be an associate member to the Missionary Sisters of St. Peter Claver, or you can subscribe to our magazine to support that way. So I think more than religious, lay people are involved in the mission countries, to work. Lot of benefactors are helping the children to study, and this all comes from them to the help the missions. So I think that they play a big role
Yeah,
in the
and
missions.
I think
Yeah.
we've seen that anytime myself and my colleagues have been out on mission, just how important the role of the people is as well, and supporting the the priests and religious sisters wherever they
Yes.
are. Really, really important too. In terms of the Sisters of St Peter Claver, you mentioned earlier on that you wanted to have a become a sister who was involved in social service, and that's why you chose the Sisters of St Peter Claver. Tell us a wee bit more about the Sisters of St Peter Claver and the work that they do throughout the world.
Yeah. So our mother foundress started our congregation 1894, and she was working as in the palace as a lady in waiting. And she was that time they had a slavery, Africans slavery. So which was she had a talent for writing articles, and so that a time she was inspired that she couldn't accept that why human beings are treated that way under the slavery. So she wanted to work for them to raise a voice against that. So that's why she started to write articles, and her articles were published in different language, and it started to come help. So she thought she will leave her court, her job, and she was thinking about starting them. But the beginning it was a lay association. She didn't have idea of starting the congregation. As a lay person, they were working. Then they were. She had uncle Cardinal Ladakowski, who was a cardinal. Then he helped her to found a congregation. So like that we started. So our charism is mission to the missionaries, to the sort of reawaken the missionary conscience among the faithful, that every baptized Christian has the duty to help each other. That was her motto. No? Then from there we started to help in the beginning only Africa. We were helping, but after Vatican Council second, I think we spread all 5 continents to help. And the beginning was working for the slavery of the Africans. Afterwards, we started to help to building the churches, training the seminarians and hospitals. For all the projects, we were helping church buildings and everything. So our the aim was to bring the good news to all, not just limited, but to everybody. So, to what was the how the income comes through our magazine. We publish our magazine Echo from Africa, and different languages we have. So the missionaries projects are published in those magazines. So through that, we were able to go to the different parishes to promote our magazine. So the people are able to subscribe. So with that, their financial support, we are able to help around. And beside that, we some of the countries we are working in the diocese to promote our mission by helping the youth, holy childhood, and stitching the vestments, liturgical shops. So that way, and also in India, some places we have hostels, way of giving them faith formation beside their educations. So that kind of work only we are involved.
That's quite a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite varied in different places as
Different
well.
places.
It's really fantastic. Um, you spoke as well there about mission appeals. For people who don't know what those are, tell us a wee bit about what a mission appeal is and why it's important not only to your congregation but to different congregations and others throughout Scotland.
Yeah, mission appeal is a way of helping to bring awareness to the people who have no idea of what about the mission countries. For example, I come from India, so I know the reality of India, what is happening there. So when we come, we have with experience, we are able to tell why we are here to uh, promote for the missionaries. Some places there is, for example, recently we asked to help for the project for the church building. They have the church, but that parish church has poor people around. They are not able to afford to repair the church, and they are asking us to help if we can able to help to repair the roof. So we are able to tell them this: your donation is going to the right people through right way. So the mission appeal is one way of making people aware of the mission needs, that there is still your help is needed. It's not only for financial help, but their prayer is also more important. Sometimes when we go and tell them mission experience, they are really surprised to hear all this happening. So that is mission appeal is one way of promoting and telling the reality what is in the mission countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that involves you going to different parishes in Scotland and spreading that message as
Messages.
far and wide as well. Yeah. And sister, in terms of you obviously have interaction with ourselves at Missio Scotland, and I no doubt you've had interaction with the Pontifical Mission Societies wherever you've been. In that case, why do you think it's important for people to support the work that Missio Scotland does and its partners in the Pontifical Mission Societies throughout the world?
Yeah, it's important because you have a proof of the reality you see. Like I think you yourself have been in Africa. No, you have seen the reality there, and you lived with that, and you are able to tell others what you have seen. It's true, and so this is not only Missio or any other religious or charity organization. They are here to help and promote the people who really need our help. So it is through you when we are able to go through Missio or religious order. We are sure that the money goes to the right purpose. So it is always good to help. Mm.
So, sister, we're just going to finish up the way we always do with our guests, and I'm going to ask you to tell us something about yourself that we might not know.
So before decide to become a sister, when I was small, I used to I wanted to be a lawyer. Why I was inspired sometimes in the movie and all when you see, I like to watch those scenes when it comes with judge and all that. So I had that desire, but afterwards, as age went on, the desire has been changed to be a religious, no more that desire of a lawyer. But still, it is in, no, it can be when we see the things, always should be there is, no, to stand for justice. That is still in me. Yeah, though I'm not a lawyer, but still that is there. And I like to my hobbies. Um, Sometimes I like to watch movies. Yeah, still do I do. Yeah. To pass time.
Do you have
I
any
like to
favourites? Any
use.
particular favourite movies?
Normally, I like my own language movie, comedy movies. I like, which gives me relaxation. So
Mm.
I like comedy movies. I watch. Then I play guitar. I'm not a good singer, but still I can manage something to play. Yeah.
Sister, thank you very much for being so free with your time. We really, really appreciate it. And God bless you and your work and all the work of the Sisters of St. Peter Claver all over the world.
Thank you, Gerard. Thank you for all the work you and the Missio does. We are very grateful for joining us and also helping us with our mission appeal here in Scotland. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister. Missio Scotland is the Scottish branch of the Pontifical Mission Societies, the Pope's official charity for overseas mission. To learn more about the work of Missio Scotland, you can visit our website www.missioscotland.com. You can like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Missio Scotland. You can also follow us on Twitter, Missio_Scotland, and on Instagram, Missio Scotland. If you would like to donate to Missio Scotland, visit www.missioscotland.com/donate. You can also call us on 01236 449 774 or send donations to Missio Scotland, 4 Laird Street, Coatbridge, ML5 3LJ. Please keep us in your prayers. Thank you and God bless.